for all the Rivet heads. This is a song to make you move.
Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another episode of Cube World. Back again once more with our mage, as well as moves to our secondary in line for the throne, Turtle. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves today. Happy Wednesday or happy hump day, depending on how you take it. Just going to do a quick little show what's going on here real quick. If you remember where we last left off, we were on the other side of this ocean. So I just kind of logged on, hopped in the boat, came across. But if you look here, we are at the crossroads of 4 different places. Now this is the ocean we were in. This is the ocean that we're crossing over to as well. Now these 2 places, I have no idea what either one of them are. I've not gone into them. I have no clue. They could be oceans. We could be on the cusp of 4 oceans with a little island. Oh, the lands of Croden, which is not an ocean. And this over here would be the lands of what? Of Narno. Now we've got to make a choice of do we want to go with one or the other. I think I'm going to go stick with this one because right there, if you see, we have 2 boss battles in a row. So that looks good. I will take that. Yeah, that's right. We roll out. Yeah. So, things are going well. Nothing to complain about. I know. Should shock a lot of people that I'm not going to complain. Yeah, life is going pretty good. No issues, no concerns. The channel's acting wonky. A couple of episodes, I thanked everybody for getting me to 4,000. I've crossed that barrier, I think 5 or 6 times now. The algorithm or something keeps on jumping it around. It drops down to 39.97, 4,001, 4,003, 39.99. It's all over the place. So for a couple of weeks, I've been bouncing up and down and around the same number. So we're still hovering around 4,000. So thank you again, everybody, for helping me get here and helping me maintain it. And I'm not complaining. It's not the end of the world. I really don't mind. We could sit here forever, and I wouldn't bother me one bit. It is what it is, and I think YouTube did say that they knew an issue, but they said that they've remedied it. I made a tweet about it, and then it's back. So it like I said, it is what it is. Not the end of the world. I'm not going to cry about it. One thing I am going to do though is we are going to make a few potions, if I may. I don't want to end up without any potions again because that sucks. I should have done this before I logged in and started playing, but you know what? This is some of the joy of instantaneous playing games with Rivet. It's just what it is. I tell you though, game playing has been fun. I've been, as you probably are well aware, I keep talking about it, Astroneer is still a going concern on the channel. I just did my very last episode that I had pre-recorded. So as of right this moment, I am out of episodes. I did that on purpose. I've been kind of pushing away from canning episodes. I did that with that as well as with Batman. Just need some time off. Just needed to take a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a break away from recording continually. Kind of put some more focus back on doing some streaming. Really happy with that. That's been going on well over on Twitch. I've been feeling better, so I've been able to do more. And it also, like, the games that I've been choosing have been less and less taxing and stressful. So, games like the Telltale series, I did Wolf Among Us. I just did, last night, I did a couple of chapters of the original Walking Dead Telltale games. So they're fun, they're light, they're easy to get into, they're more story-oriented. Right up my alley. I even did Forza 4 Horizon driving game. Did a couple hours of that yesterday as well. It's included with a Game Pass for Xbox, so if you guys happen to have an Xbox or you just have a Windows 10 machine, with the Game Pass you can get a hold of all of the games that are released specifically for Xbox and are available on Windows 10 as well. So that includes Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, as well as now Forza 4 Horizon. Fun game. I enjoyed it. If you're into racing, it's fun. If you're not into racing, don't bother. But it's just a straight racing game, very arcadey. Fun mechanics in it. Not much of a storyline per se, but there is, like, most of the racing games that say, the new kid on the block, we need you to do X, Y, and Z and do your thing and become the best of the best of the best, and it's fun. The thing I appreciate in it is that there is like a stunt thing to do, so you're actually kind of working for a movie studio for some of your missions. So you got to do some of these kind of wacky little racing stunts, and they're fun. I haven't found any big, huge issues. Well, there's a couple of game-breaking issues if you're streaming. You can't do the regular capture mode that I would normally do, which is you do a game capture of it. So, if you do like, you pick either the EXE or you pick a, the full screen window. And the minute you do that, and the minute OBS and Forza see each other, it crashes. It crashes Forza. Like, it will not open up at all. It just is like, nope. What are we? Is this a blue area? I'm thinking maybe. So what you have to do is a display capture, which is less than efficient, and it's kind of pixelated and kind of gross. But the game itself is fun. I may just do a couple of videos of it. It's not like I had to, invest anything into it to get it to work. It's not like I went out and bought the game or anything. It's included with the Game Pass for myself, and I'm more than happy to have it. I picked up Xbox had a sale over on the summer for it, so get Game Pass. I think I got 3 months for $12 or something like that, so I did it. I went to this because not very often you see a sapphire in the wild and get 3 nugs. Oh baby. So yeah, I mean it was fun, but yeah, it's now that I've got the canned episodes out, now I just have to either record on the day of or stream. So what I'm going to do with Astroneer is the first one is going to be a live stream on YouTube. So instead of doing an actual canned episode, I'm going to do a live stream, which I think will be kind of fun. I haven't done a live stream on YouTube in a while. That way some people that are into the game, have been watching me play it, in the episodes, can maybe get involved and help me make some decisions and stuff in it. It's just, a little thing for me to do. I think it's gonna be kind of fun. And not terribly long, like an hour or two or something. Like, nothing crazy. If you're wondering why I came in here, I just wanted to see what it would be. And it's an archer, and they're pain in the butt, an absolute pain in the butt. I'm gonna get wrecked. I mean, yeah, not worth it. Never are. They are never worth the time or the effort you put into it. There is still a boss battle there. We won't make it in time. It's right there. I'll head towards it. I mean, the worst case scenario is that we don't make it in time. But at midnight, which is 2400, and we're at 2306, it will turn over to be the next day, and those things tend to migrate around the map. So it will probably, most likely, go the way of the dodo. So, okay, here we go. And yeah, let's just make sure I'm heading in the right direction. Dark. My intention was not to have another evening episode, but they are what they are. I can't really judge too much. I already took, a couple minutes, 15 minutes to sail across the ocean blue, which would have been, a really, really boring episode of me just, talking while going over blue. So instead, we're going to have an episode of me talking while going over black. So it's, 6 one, half a dozen of another. But I'll get down near the ground, and it's not nearly as bad when we're down here. I'll stay away from flying from now on. So, but we will call in our turtle, because it's nice to have a turtle to ride. Because they're good. They're friends. They're important little cats and characters to have. It is so hard to see. It's literally right there. So I'm just trying to keep my eyes on it to see if we can get there. I doubt it. But at least we know that there's a boss battle over there. Oops, something's happening. See the fireballs going. Somebody's angry. There's a fight. You guys angry? Taking somebody out? Yeah, I figured you guys were. Well, good luck. Enjoy your adventures, gentlemen, ladies. Have fun. Yeah, so streams have been going really well over on Twitch. Been really enjoying them. Been kind of talked into doing something a little different. So I've got to make a trek on today, actually, for you guys. While you guys are watching this, I'll probably be trekking. Going to an art supply store. I'm going to pick up some stuff. I've been asked to kind of get involved in a art kind of thing for October. I'm going to give it a shot, potentially. I'll see how I feel. I don't really do a whole lot of drawing. I'm not really familiar with getting back into the swing of it. But it's just using ink. I think it's called Inktober. is the official name for it, and it sounds interesting. My friend Mew has actually been asking me to. She's been coming into my streams, and I've checked out some of hers. She has a lot of art stuff as well. So she was doing something the other day, and she said it'd be a good idea for me to get into it. And I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't done much with my art in a long time, and it was something that was really relaxing and something I always really enjoyed doing. And I did stuff like this years ago with face cam just kind of pointed down at my hands while I was doing some drawing and stuff. And it was, it wasn't really, like, the streaming thing was not my forte at the time, so, it was just like me goof around. So I thought, why not? I mean, it's been years since I've done anything with it, and I was not a horrible artist, so, I might as well do something that I enjoy, and, instead of gaming all the time, because, that can be tedious and time consuming, and the biggest hurdle with doing streams with gaming is the fact that I have no control over a bunch of other things. So like the screens get locked out, so I can't interact with chat the way I would like to sometimes, or I can't click on things, or I'm kind of limited to just everything happening inside the game. So everything else in my computer just kind of falls by the wayside. That'd be kind of fun, I could actually choose music and stuff and just do my own thing, and so that may be starting up this week as well. No guarantees on it, so it depends entirely on how things go at the art supply store. If I find the things, I have to be invested in it myself. Like, I have to be, as an artist, I just personally can't just go, okay, I'm gonna go do this. So I have to kind of feel the muse hit me type of thing. So that's what I'm gonna try. But I'm 99% sure that I'll do it. It's that 1% failing me that that's that weird part of yourself that you think you've grown past being that frail and socially awkward person, and you realize that you are still fairly frail and socially awkward, and you haven't got over anything of it. You're just more of the same, but just in a grown-up body, which is whatever. The other weird thing too tonight, which I thought was kind of funny, last night, sorry for you guys when I was streaming, playing The Walking Dead, somebody came in and said it was kind of funny watching somebody that was so old playing a game. I'm like, what? I'm not that old. And they were like, what are you, 70? And I'm like, oh my god, how dare you? Like I know I don't I got white beard and white hair and everything, but I mean, it's like, I don't personally see myself as being an old person. I just found it really funny, and I didn't get offended. Like, it wasn't, I didn't take it in a negative way. I don't think it was intended that way. I just, it ended up being not that much younger than I am either. So, like 14 years or 12, 14 years, something like that. So, not a huge gap in difference of age, right? So I just figured that. I thought it was kind of funny. Preconceived notions of what a YouTuber and a streamer is. And, it's like, oh yeah, I don't break, those molds are not part of mine. I don't fall into your mold. I'm not your regular person. Did we pass midnight? We did, so we got all these jerks back again. Son of a bitch. Okay, did we kill everything in there? Man, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot of gold. Okay, this stuff is actually decent. Like, it's a blue. Like, I'm not opposed to oh, geez, Louise. I'm not opposed to doing this. I mean, it should be fun. But I could get wrecked. Wrecked. Let's have a potion real quick. Okay, let's do this real quick. Sometimes you get really good loot here. Ah, plus 14. It's not that great. There you go. Wreck these jerks. This could be good, could be bad. Depends on what character level it is and how they react. Sometimes when you're in these places, it can be a blue and be easy peasy. Other times it's blue and it's just a complete freaking nightmare. I think it just kind of depends on the fate of Cube World. The gods of Cube World, sometimes they're in my favor. Most times they do not care much for me at all. We'll just sit here a second. Ah, yeah, that's right, you jerks. Oh, sorry. I didn't notice that I had a collar right here. Okay, you can go away. Thank you. Oh. Okay, that was not bad. Oh god, that's not great. Turtle moves. What are you doing? Why do you keep bopping over and falling over, man? You should be fine. Okay, we're good. This is fine. Exactly what I needed. Yeah. So yeah, like I mentioned before, health is getting back on track. I'm feeling healthier than I have in a long time. Been taking walks and just like today when you guys are watching this, I'm going to be taking a 2 to 3 hour walk to go get art supplies. And that's the majority of the reason I'm going for the art supplies, honestly, is to take the walk. You know, as much as I want to do the Inktober thing, there are places I could get supplies that are a lot closer, but you know, this is a supply store that I've been, you know, kind of like, this could be kind of fun. And then instead of, you know, taking the bus or anything, I did not renew my bus pass for the month. I may regret this a lot, but as of right now, I decided what I'm going to try to do is try to do a lot more walking for the month of October. October usually isn't too bad a month for weather, but I think November is going to be really bad. So I will, you know, walk this month, and the next month I'll get the bus pass again, and then start doing my treks and everything. You know, taking like what I want to do is to take care of myself. Yeah, this is the beginning. I forgot to reset. Came in. Even if I die, it's not the end of the world. I don't want to. I just completely destroyed an entire castle. I would think it would be nice to maintain it. You know, do the whole thing. I'm not doing that. Nope. Anybody here? Any jerks on the outside? No jerks? We're all good? Woohoo! Sounds good, feels good, and it is good. Yeah, so no, oh god, that was supposed to be a white, but it was not white inside, it was blue, it was evil, and it was fine. We did it, it was good. But yeah, getting the exercising back in and taking myself on the long walks, and I have bus fare, so if I do decide that you know, I get there after an hour and a bit of walking, I'm done, then I can just hop on the bus and, you know, take a bus home. So I'm not going to put myself out and try to get myself hurt or anything, but I think a nice walk. It's going to be around 10 or 12 degrees centigrade tomorrow, which is cool. So, you know, there's no way for me to really overheat myself and overextend myself heat-wise. You know, be just a nice day for me to just kind of just chill out, you know, and just I've been wanting to do a long walk in this weather for a while now. I love fall. It's my favorite time. I'm going to bring my camera with me, take some pictures, you know, just get some stuff that I want done. Maybe treat myself to lunch. You know, you never know. It could be a thing I could do. And then get back and play more video games or start drawing or just take the walk and that's it. I don't know. Kind of fun. Put my resume out there for a bunch of jobs the last couple of days, so hopefully get some feedback. Did I get one? There was a provincial election here in Quebec, the other day, and we got a new premier, a new party in charge of the province. So I have no idea how that's going to affect me or affect anything, but some people are upset, some people aren't, which is like any other time there's been an election in my life, that you can't please everybody. So I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I'm very, very, very new to the area. So it could be good, it could be bad. It could be as normal, just kind of indifferent. But yeah, you know, people are telling me that, you know, it's going to be harder and harder to get a job if you're English type of thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So if I can't get a job doing the regular thing, I'll find work doing something else. You know, getting an income is not the end of the world. I mean, I can do it. You know, it may not be what I was expecting to or what I was planning to, but I will eventually figure it out. So yeah, it's kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, I put out resumes and stuff. Interesting thing too is in Montreal there is a lot of jobs in the gaming industry, like people that do game testing and stuff. So I actually sent out my resume for a couple of things for that, which I'm absolutely banking on getting absolutely not even a callback for it, because I don't really like I was saying earlier about somebody laughing about, you know, the old man playing video games. I'm kind of thinking that would be the exact same thing as, like, you know, what's somebody your age thinking of doing playing video games? You know, you can't be serious. And I'm like, you know, I would be. I think I would be great doing the testing because I love just, you know, playing games. I could just endlessly play and goof off, and, you know, I don't mind getting into the thick of things. I mean, beta testing a game, I think I do that on a regular basis. 90% of the games that I play are either early access or broken as hell. But if I could get involved and, help kind of alleviate some of that, that'd be kind of fun. Some people said, I'd hate it getting into it, but whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to sweat it one way or the other. But I thought it was just kind of funny. I've never worked in a place where, like, actively looking for jobs, and there's people, do you like to play video games? I'm like, well, why do you talk in my language? So it just, for me, I just found it kind of funny and humorous. So that was a thing. So yeah, I found 2 of those today, so I sent out resumes for them. But like I said, I expect to hear nothing back from any of them. So, because my resume does not really say or scream game tester. So, checking to see if there was a thing over here. Kind of hard to tell. Aha, it is the thing. Because you could see this right here. I wasn't too sure what it would be. Let's get closer. I can shoot at it. We can just at least wreck the fool a little bit. I mean, it can't hurt. I mean, you see the idiot standing out on the side of a tree. You got to take a shot at him, right? Okay, yeah, this could be kind of fun. I mean, it's a white outdoor level guy, and he's not super hard or horrible. Okay, we'll just wreck him. I might get 25, 30 XP. 10 as well. I mean, 10 is the other XP you can get from it, which is great. I got XP, free XP. XP is great. I don't care how it comes. Much like the last time, I will take challenges. I will step out of my norm. I will make myself do things now that are not as comfortable. The other thing I've noticed too is that views on Cube World have dropped like exponentially, and I understand why a lot of that is as well. It's the time of the year and the season and everything, and I've mentioned in the past, like I know that September is typically a very slow month. October, November, December, things pick back up again, and I'm seeing a little bit of an increase again, but I know it's going to take a while. The one thing I will say though is that the Astroneer series has maintained. The Cube World still maintains. It still does very well. I'm not complaining about it. It just the first, I would say, 3 months of Cube World shocked me, because usually what will happen is I will post my episode 1 of a new season, and it will get a couple hundred views, and then over time it'll get around 1,000 or so, and it would, a couple thousand maybe. And that's just, how it's always happened with Cube World. It's kind of like clockwork, and then, you get a couple hundred of the next one, and then it hovers and sticks around 150 to 200. And then that's where it would stay for most of my Cube World episodes. And it's a pattern that's happened for a couple of years now, so I don't get offended if that's what happens to it. But Season 7, 1,000, 2,000 views on the first couple, and it maintained that, having 1,000 views almost on every episode for a few months. So that was the anomaly for me. I'm like, oh wow, there's like a lot of people interested in it. And the other thing I did different was that instead of Cube World being daily, it was twice a week. And I think that distance from me playing the game and staying away from it for a couple of days at a time helped out a lot. But that also being said as well, I also think that my illness and not a whole lot of changes, not a whole lot of things to really get discussing. Like, I like this to be my sounding board and things. And when I was sick, I kept a lot of my illness to myself. I did not express a whole lot about what was happening. I was, to put it bluntly, it was exceptionally sick, to the point where I was visiting a doctor 2 to 3 times a week. Infection is not something you need to sneeze at, and it was bad enough that the doctors wanted to keep an eye on me. So I had messed up, made a mistake, and so what ended up happening was, like, because I was so sick, is that I was on antibiotics and sleeping a lot, and just not having any time to do anything, and because of that, the channel faltered a little bit. I don't know how much of that was perceived or how much people knew about it, but it was enough for me to know. And because of the fact, like, there was not a whole lot of new happening in my life, I didn't have anything really interesting to share. So it's just like rehashing a lot of the same stories over and over. you know, and that's again part of my process to handle, deal, and heal and stuff. So, but yeah, you know, things are better now. I'm feeling good. Not feeling as wore out as I was all the time. Like I was, oh dear God, how many skeletons do I have to fight? Yeah, just the sheer exhaustion I had. Too much. My summer basically was a write-off. You know, the whole move to getting to Montreal to get everything done and to get myself situated and, you know, into a new pattern for my life, got put into a back burner while I healed up. And if I had addressed what was happening to me quicker, it wouldn't have been as bad an issue. I just let it sit too long, and I did not take care of myself fast enough. And that was it. You know, live and you learn. You know, when you get older, you just gotta kind of pay more and more attention to it. That's the other thing too. Is I don't think of myself that way. And again, I still see myself being a lot younger than I am. And like, you know, it's just like, whatever. It is what it is. And I goofed up, and it's fine. You know, it wasn't in you know dire straits. I mean, if I'd let it sit for another couple of weeks, potentially, maybe, you know, it could have been something more serious, but it wasn't. You know, it was just something to keep an eye on. I'm just looking to see if the boss is anywhere, because we're kind of crossing over between a bunch of different biomes. Normally, you don't see these things, you know, sit between biomes like this. So I'm kind of perplexed that it exists this way, and it's cool. Sometimes you will see a boss here, and sometimes you won't when you get these kind of things. Again, because you're crossing over between different biomes. And yes, we did find a hell biome. I know that people are going to be going, oh my God, Rivet, you found one. I find them all the time. They are nothing new, but they are also nothing I look forward to either. It's been a while since I played one. This could be okay, but it could also really suck, because they can be brutal. There's a lot to them. We are going to go back real quick though and hydrate our lovely, lovely little turtle. Last thing we need is for him to not be able to take us on treks, because it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. We will go into the hell biome, you know, by all means. I'm not running away from it. I'm just taking him in. I'm going to get some more bottles as well. We're going to make some potions while we're here. I'm not going to sweat it. That's not the end of it. Okay. Oh, great. I didn't want to make that. I do want to make these. I can't, so we will just make 14. Well, looks like it's going to be an interesting trek for us. We should be able to get to at least the city biome in it. Or the city inside the hell biome. And then once we're there, we can get more potions. There's usually a well. Sometimes you will find places to get water in the hell biome, but normally not. The odd time I'll find a little oasis, but most of the time it's just bright red, horrible, horrifying, god-awful nightmare place. Even the transition, like you got these, you know, whirly gigs in the middle of the green, and then it kind of gets oranger and redder and pinker, and then you get in, the sky turns a blood red, and the only light you see is the lava on the ground, and it's just... And then you can see the lights of your enemies, their eyes glowing in the dusk. Oh, it's going to be bad. Yeah, these are not easy biomes. They are brutal, they're rough, they are unforgiving. 90% of what I'm going to run into here has got my number, my name, and wants me dead. So, like, even the Minotaurs or any golem, anything. Like, everything here is dangerous. Even your regular little dudes you run into can be brutal. Cave. Look at that. That's cool. Oh, except these guys. They're so simple. Bats are bats. Oh, gold. I'll take that. Sapphire and gold. If we'd found rubies, man, it would have been like the most amazing episode. And I did not freak out too much over the sapphires, and I should. They are very rare for me to find. I get them very, very infrequently, and they are amazing to get, but still, we got some. Oh God. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Oh God, the town's there? Oh. We'll head over towards it. We'll, at least what we'll get to is to see what it is, maybe. we'll go take a little trek that way. We're closing in the end of the episode anyway. I was going to end it just at the beginning of the hell biome, and I'm like, we can get into it and have some fun. But yeah, these are unforgiving. Yeah. At least we are at almost 3 a.m. It's my favorite time of the day in the game. Fire beetles are kind of cute. You can take on these guys. They're worth some decent XP. I think they're worth 14, 19, I think it was. So, you know, not horrible, not great, but not, you know, worth more than nothing. You know, like when you start off, everything's worth 1 XP, right? So it's like, you know, oh, it's only worth 4 or 14. And it's not really all that, you know, worth that much. I'm like, no, it's all worth stuff. It's worth taking them out. Those guys are good. Let's grab our turtle. We'll ride him up and go over here. I'm just trying to see if there's any battles or anything handy. Usually I'll run into like ember golems, or usually minotaurs. Like, these places are usually chock full of baddies, and I'm just not seeing anything, which is really weird. It's kind of disconcerting because I'm used to it being horrible and horrifying, and so far it's just kind of pretty, you know? Like, you have to admit, it does look kind of nice. It's interesting you could see so far that you could see the end of the land. That's not a normal thing. Okay, we'll continue on. That was a pretty tall place, too. We might be going over across a whole bunch of baddies. No, it's just regular dudes down there. Yeah, everything here looks so different and so foreign to me. Okay, we're going to head over. Maybe we will get to it. I guess I could take you to the boss battle, and we'll just do it the next time. I mean, I have no problem sharing that much. It could be kind of fun. It could be awful. It could be easy. It could be just a nightmare. And, you know, it is what it will be. I'll try to stay up a little bit. I don't want to fall too much because I don't want to climb up too much. I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of climbing. I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of climbing. Okay. And turtle. And ride. Whee! Yeah, this, like I said before, is like how unforgiving this biome is that the black rocks seem to suck away the light on you. Like, it's just such a bizarre thing. Yeah. Okay, so there was like another ruins type of thing there. Kind of looks like we're on the edge, like a version of a pyramid or something here, but it's not. Okay, we'll just go fly some more. So there are some things to do here. Trying to remember what kind of things. It's usually outdoor things. I don't remember ever seeing castles or pyramids or anything in these places. They're usually just outdoor bosses. They're usually, you know, canyons and forests and that kind of stuff. And just nothing fun and easy. It's usually something brutal and awkward and weird. And just, like I said before, this is most likely going to be a canyon or mountains that we're going to run into here. I'm pretty sure mountains are one of the more common ones that we run into as well. And again, still not seeing the bad guys, which is really, really weird. Because normally you can't walk 5 feet in the hell biome without running into a multitude of them. This looks like a canyon here. Like just the way that or a mountain. Just the way that it rings there. Don't know. We have no idea what it's going to be. We will find out here momentarily though. Which is cool. It's been a fun episode. Nothing too much, you know, nothing too awful, nothing too horrible. Kind of low-key, kind of fun. Are you kidding me? Is that a pyramid? Wow. Well, I stand corrected. I said that there were not pyramids or anything here or buildings. I guess there are. I do these so infrequently, and they horrify me so much that I blocked out that there's actually fun things to do here. And I love taking on pyramids. They are probably my favorite. The Mayan temple is my first favorite, and it's a white. So we will take this on at the beginning of our next episode. I look forward to having something fun to do. But thank you, everybody. Again, your continued support here on the channel and on Cube World has been outstanding. I do appreciate everything you guys do. Thanks for maintaining for me being around the 4,000 subscriber mark once again. And I will see you guys very soon in our next episode. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.